Hey everybody, it's Travis Robbins from Robbins Rehab West. It is a cold and snowy day here in Pennsylvania in January, and I need your help on this survey. So, you guys that have been paying attention to what's going on know a little bit about this, but even if you haven't been seeing what we're doing with the physical resilience outlook and the testing that we're doing about successful aging and all that stuff, don't worry about it. All I need you to help me out with is to write down 3, 5, 10 activities or physical events that you want to be able to do on your 100th birthday. So in the email that you're reading, 100, I don't want to live to be 100, that looks terrible. I'll tell you a quick story about living to be 100. When we do community education events or we do corporate health events, we'll go into businesses and we'll talk to their staff and say, okay, one of the first things we'll say is, who wants to live to be 100? Raise your hand. And what do you think happens when we ask that question? Do you think a lot of people raise their hand or not a lot of people raise their hand? I'll give you a second. Not a lot of people raise their hand almost all the time. Why? Because they think, oh, if I'm going to live to be 100, it's probably not going to go well. Like I've seen people that get older and that doesn't look like very much fun. And in truth, that's usually what happens. So when not many people raise their hand, I say, okay, I have another question. How many people want to live to be 100 if they can have the same function and ability to do things as they have right now? And guess what? Most people will raise their hand. So that's the issue. Not being able to do the things you want to be able to do in order to live the life that you want to live. That's why people don't want to live to be 100 years old. So in this survey, I want you to kind of suspend your disbelief. Most people don't think they're going to live to be 100, and most people are right. Statistically speaking, you don't live to be 100. But we're trying to change that a little bit. Also suspend your disbelief. Okay, if I live to be 100, like actually live to be that old, I think it's not going to go well, so I don't want to live to be that old anyway. So don't think about that. Think about having the function that you want to have. Yes, maybe you're younger and you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're doing very high level activity right now, running marathons and exercising and hiking and doing high level stuff. Maybe you don't expect to do that when you're 100, but what are the things that you really want to do? And I gave you some pointers down below. I wrote my 10 things down that I want to be able to do. Some of those things are actual tests. Like one of them is I want to be able to do 10 push-ups. Why do I want to be able to do 10 push-ups when I'm 100 so I can tell all my friends and family that I could do 10 push-ups? No, it's reflective of the fact that if I can physically do that, there's a lot of other things that I'll be able to physically do. I want to be able to go snowboarding. Well, in order to be able to do that activity, I'm going to have to have good balance. I'm going to have to have good lower extremity strength, and I'm going to have to be pretty physically fit in order to do that. So write down whatever you want to write down. We're using this information as part of the study that we're developing to see if the testing that we're doing can project into the future and almost predict the successful aging of patients in our practice. Any questions about that, reply to this email, but fill out that survey. We're going to be using that information in future research for the physical resilience outlook that we've been working on. So thanks in advance. Enjoy the snow today. Get out and do some snowboarding or hop on a sled with your kids or your grandkids, and we'll talk to you soon.